You know, there are a lot of things you need to make a great movie. You need good cinematography, good lighting, and good acting, and good directing, and of course, you need a good script. But there's one thing you can't make a great movie without, and that is good audio. Enter the Hollyland Lark 150, a wireless digital dual microphone system for content creators of all types looking for quality audio that won't hurt the wallet. The self-contained USB charging unit houses 2 clip-on anti-vibration transmitters with built-in microphones, additional lav mics, and 1 receiver unit capable of transmitting audio at less than 5 milliseconds of latency at up to 328 feet. The receiver unit has 3 different recording modes, more on that later, as well as 2-way muting capability. That all sounds good, but how does it sound? Well, all the voiceover in this video is being recorded with the Lark 150, and after using it for the past week, I'd say it meets and exceeds expectations against products in its class. Inside the box, you get a rechargeable battery case with the transmitters and receiver, 2 additional lav mics with sponge windscreens, a USB charging cable, a 3.5mm coiled cable used for connecting to a camera's mic input port, and this little dead cat windscreen that can be connected directly to the clip-on mic. And lastly, this nice little suede carrying bag. The first thing you notice when you pick up this thing is how small it is. When it comes to wireless, I've used analog UHF lav mics many times over the years, and this thing it's like half the size and 1/4 of the weight. Hollyland says it's the smallest and lightest transmitter in the world, and I believe them. It fits easily in a pocket and doesn't get in the way of your talent. On the receiver side, it has 3 different recording modes: stereo, which records each transmitter to left and right stereo channels; mono, which will record mono channel of 1 or both mics; and stereo safety, which will record 1 or both mics into the left channel and then a safety backup track at -6 decibels to the right channel. This can be particularly useful when you're in an environment that is unpredictable, or working with talent that varies their volume a lot. You never know when someone will go off on a rant of some kind. It's me. I rant about a lot of things. The main focus point of any audio equipment is going to be the sound quality you can get out of it. The cleaner and the clearer, the better. The Lark 150 outputs robust audio form with a lot of mid-range body. This is particularly desirable for voices and dialogue. Personally, I prefer a little bit more high range and would boost my recordings to something more like this for an even clearer profile, although right out of the box you'd have quality audio for all sorts of applications. This audio unit also features an active real-time noise reduction, which can be really great for things like street noise and stuff that you don't want to end up in your final mix, but if you're the kind of person that likes to do that stuff in post, then just be aware that there's no way to turn it off. The Lark 150 charges through USB and comes with a USB Type-C cable, so in order to charge it, you'll need to use a computer or a laptop that has a powered USB port, but if you want to charge it from a wall outlet, you'll have to find a USB charger, as this does not come with one. I found that I could use this wall charger that came with my cell phone that has a USB port on the side. I also kept accidentally hitting the mute button because of how it's placed on the side. I would like to see a hard slide switch or something to prevent this from happening, although I do like how the LED indicator switches yellow as a warning when it's muted. Hollyland claims that these units will operate up to 4.5 hours, and when I put it to the test, I was able to get pretty much that. One of the transmitters lasted about 3.5 hours, and the other one almost exactly 4.5 hours. I thought they were both completely charged up, but I'll have to retest it again in the future. Overall, you can expect about 4 to 4.5 hours of usage. This length of operation makes it good for things like interviews and vlogs and that sort of short form thing. Stuff that only lasts a half a day for production, because you need to recharge the units for 1.5 to 2 hours before shooting again. If you're shooting a film and need to have people mic'd for a solid 8 hours, only breaking for 1 hour for lunch, you'd probably want something that has removable or changeable batteries. While doing the field test, I also wanted to see what kind of distance I could get out of the transmitter. So I set up 2 scenarios, one where we would be interior and one which we would be exterior. For the interior setup, I was in a typical office hallway and had Liz walk away from the camera slowly. We were able to go to the opposite end of the building without any drops in audio, even with her body in between the transmitter and the receiver. The distance was about 120 feet. For the exterior scenario, we did the same exact thing where she walked away from the camera, and around 110 feet away, the audio started to drop out whenever she was turned around, but then maybe 10 feet later, it just cut out altogether. You could get more out of it by placing it better, as the rated distance is line of sight. For my use, this is plenty of distance, as you'll need something like a 300mm lens just to get a decent shot of someone that's that far away. You'll be able to do your news intro walk and talks with plenty of space. The Lark 150 is a powerful little piece of tech that can fit well into a lot of content creators' workflows, and any step up in audio quality for your videos goes a long way in overall production value. This may not be the only mic that you have in your kit due to some of its limitations, but it covers a lot of situations, is really easy to use, and gives you so much power per dollar. It's easy to justify picking one up. Okay, well that's it for my review of the Hollyland Lark 150. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram for more cool filmmaking stuff, and until next time, light 'em if you got 'em.